Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Electronic Harassment Parent Coalition of Palm Springs, California. My name is Kevin Bond, and I'm the owner of the site. And true to my word, I'm going to try again to explain to everybody tonight's postings. Um, First of all, I just want to say that I like to do these live videos because text messages, emails, postings don't ever really capture who I am, and I want you all to see me as a person. And since now you can see me as a person, I want to say, first of all, that on the 5th of May, I will be 5 years sober, and I'm very, very happy about that. Woohoo! And congratulations to me. Second of all, I just want to say that the reason for today's postings is because I'm trying to protect myself against someone who likes to play the victim. Clearly, you can see from the postings today that I have reason to believe the things that I say. First of all, in 2007, I was sexually assaulted at a friend's home. And because I'm an electronic harassment victim, the people that I hear were telling me that it was the person's home, the person that lived in the home that was responsible, and somebody named Peter DiMartino, who I am friendly with. And I didn't like the way it sounded, but every single day, and you'll see that in my diaries, I was hounded to death by these people talking to me saying that it was Peter and Stephen. And I reported it that way. Well, a lot of people will say, well, Kevin, you don't have any basis for that. Well, yes, you do, when all you ever hear is that's who did it, and that they were proud of it, and that they were trying to get away with it. Now, first of all, in that home was GHB. I wasn't using anything like that at the time. I was staying off drugs and staying away from all of that. And I woke up bloody and hurting, and I wanted to get to the bottom of it. So not only did I talk to Stephen Fry about it, I talked to Peter DiMartino. And neither one of them really gave me the impression that they were involved with this, but that's who I was told. And remember, I was in Stephen Fry's home the day that it happened, and I went to sleep and woke up that way. So I have absolutely no memory of it. But when people are telling you constantly that this is who did it, then I reported it that way to the police. So without any other information, I went on my merry way, okay? And I became an informant against Stephen Fry because I believe that he was behind part of this electronic harassment. And I still believe that he knows exactly who's behind it. Whether he's willing to admit it or not, who cares? And I also believe that he knew who was responsible for my rape, but he didn't say anything. Lieutenant Reyes called me and told me that he had Stephen Fry and Peter DiMartino in after years of testing and all of the information. And he told me we're going to get these guys. He was confident. He said I've been right on the money, and I believed him. And then about a year later, he called and said they weren't going to do anything, which was a bunch of crap. So remember, and I want to tell you this too, he had me in to the Palm Springs Police Department and took me downstairs to the evidence room where I actually looked at a report that said that there was information and DNA on the jeans and stuff like this, and that there was, more than mine. So years later, when he said that we got everything back and it was all your DNA, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. What I reported to Officer Kelly Few was that I had been raped, and that there was a bloody Coke bottle at the scene. As far as I know, Coke bottles don't have DNA. So Lieutenant Reyes has Stephen Fry and Peter DiMartino come in, and I guess they must have DNA tested them, and I imagine that they interviewed them, and I'm pretty sure that they probably said they didn't know each other. Well, what I'm showing you today on the blog is that somebody was trying to tell me that they did. And if the two of them said that they didn't, and you read these text messages and they show Peter's taking me on vacation, Peter says hi, this is all prior to the two of them being interviewed. So you have a conflict. You have their testimony saying we don't know each other, and you have text messages saying that we're close enough friends that we're going on vacation together. And what you're seeing there is an antagonistic kind of situation where for years I'm hearing about this Peter DiMartino guy that's having sexual control over Stephen Fry in my head. That's what they're telling me. And now you have text messages that verify somebody was trying to foster that sort of story. Well, who would do that? Only the rapist would do that. And I submit to you now that whoever was sending those text messages is telling you, I am the person that was antagonizing you with this Peter DiMartino story. There it is. Second of all, I want to call attention to a few things. Um, I am trying very hard to, keep myself safe from a woman that appears to be playing the victim all the time. Now, I'm a very peaceful person, and I have had nothing but problems with this person since I knew her in high school. I don't really know her that well. I know that she is not a fan of gay people. I know that she is very confrontational. I know that when this restraining order was issued, that I had her cousin come over to my work and ask me questions about drug dealers. I had another cousin of hers come over to my house with his boyfriend and steal things for this blog. I had a funeral that I had to attend for one of my friend's fathers, and her parents were there, and they didn't seem like they knew anything about it, including a sister that wrote an affidavit for that restraining order. So it would seem to me that there were many, many things that didn't make sense, including a picture that I got that shows that this very woman, the petitioner, at least according to the paperwork, was in Sedona with some of my friends at the same time that I was there. Now, my trip was planned by my mom, basically. We have a timeshare there, and I just recently got back from Vegas, where we have timeshare that goes all over the place. But we've been to Sedona before. I hadn't been to this particular one, but my family has. The trip was planned simply for me and Anthony and Jonathan to have a vacation away from this whole situation. But it would appear to me at the same time, this person who is a petitioner for the city of La Quinta, who claims that she's afraid of me, is following me. So I don't understand how anybody could continue to say that they're afraid of me when they're the one that's following me around. And there's photographic evidence of that being the case. Now, there may also be witness testimony from Anthony Davieri and from Jonathan Mendenhall's friendship with Anthony that tells that she was there and she talked to them. According to her paperwork in the court, she doesn't know any of my friends since high school. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case. So I'm really concerned that the woman that works for the city of La Quinta that bears the same name has the right to know that somebody using the same name and using her job title filed a restraining order against somebody who had nothing to do with her. And I want to make sure that everybody's clear on this. I did not at any point try to do anything violent to this person. Now, I've been shot at, I've been raped, I've had threatening postcards, I've had threatening flyers put on my door, I've gotten countless emails, some from a woman named Lori, that are alleging things about my father and my family and me that this woman would know about. And it would seem to me that it makes sense that this would be the person that we're looking at. But every time I say that, I have to defend myself. And I don't think that I should have to. I think that it's very clear that she says she has had a 4-year relationship with my police contact. I don't know. And I don't know if he was married during that time. So is it an affair? If it is, it's really none of my business. But if she's the person that's following me around and nothing's being done about it, clearly that relationship is clouding his vision. And he's not making good decisions because I'm in danger and my family's in danger. And I just want everybody to know that tonight's postings are an attempt to show you That the reason I said the things that I did about Stephen's sister, Peter DiMartino, Christian, are all because I have text messages that show that this is what I was hearing in my head. I just want everybody to know that I'm doing fine. I want this person's family to know that I have absolutely no bad feelings and I would never try to hurt. I'm very passive, but I'm not the kind of person that's going to let somebody just walk all over me either. And I don't lie. And I want everybody to understand that I'm doing my very best in a situation that has become very difficult for me in light of so much evidence. Somebody is threatening me. And I will say this too, the petitioner for the city of La Quinta, or at least the woman that says she works there, called my own sister and said that what I'm doing is dangerous. That's a threat to an informant's sister. So at any rate, I just want to let everybody know that I'm working the next couple of nights and I'm doing my best, and I hope you're all doing okay too. I love you, Christopher. Take it easy. And don't worry, I'll be okay. I promise. Have a good night.